What's happening, BDA family? This one's a boxing news vid. I felt like doing a video, you know, there's not much to do, it's Sunday. Just chilling here, watching garbage Arsenal against Everton. And I felt like doing a video because I can't bother to watch it no more. And, you know, there's not much to talk about in the boxing world. There's a few topics I want to get into. And I'll get into them now, do you know what I mean? Because I think, what was it? I've got them written down here, hang on a minute. Yeah, Yarde, Kovalev talks. I want to get into that. I want to talk about Crawford, Khan, Canelo, Jacobs coming up. You know, there's the World Boxing Super Series I want to hit on, Dillian Whyte and Shah. So, you know, a few topics I'm going to hit on. I might forget them because I can't find my list. I'm fucking useless, but it is what it is. First topic I want to talk about is Kovalev Yarde. I mean, I don't know who fucking Warren and Yarde are trying to kid. You know, talking about they want this fight, you know. This fight's never going to fucking happen. I mean, I just don't see how Yarde, a guy that doesn't want to fight Callum Johnson from the UK or Joshua Boatsi, a prospect. He doesn't even want to fight them. This guy doesn't even want to fight Jose Burton. Yeah, all of a sudden, he gets up in the morning and he's Buster Gonad and he's feasibly large testicles. All of a sudden, he's ringing up, he's grown some bollocks, he's on the phone to Frank. Frank, make it happen in Moscow. I'm ready. Get out of it. Any of you guys that think that's going to happen, go to the closest mirror, slap yourself in the fucking face. You deserve it. It's not going to happen. You think he's going to fight Kovalev? Unbelievable. You know, Yarde is making it, Yarde and his team are making it out that he wants to fight. And Kovalev, he basically is going to give Kovalev an offer he can't accept. And then blame it on Kovalev for ducking, if you get what I'm saying. That's where Frank and Yarde are going with this one. Using Kovalev's name to build a brand. I mean, this guy's talking about the fucking Fly Emirates. Do you know what I mean? He wants to fight at the Arsenal Stadium. I mean, it'd help if he could fill the Morrison's fucking CD department first. You know, they move the CDs and put a ring in there in Morrison's, and that's where Yarde's been fighting. And all of a sudden, he's going to fill 65,000 at the Emirates. These fucking guys, man. And Frank lets this deluded clown get away with this nonsense because he's a fucking senile old man, isn't he? Just to think, Aram's about 180 and he's still got more fucking about him than Warren has. He's got his faculties about him more than Warren has, and that guy's about 180. I mean, didn't he fucking promoted John L. Sullivan, fucking Aram, didn't he? I mean, Warren's he's a joke. That fight's not going to happen, and if it does, I mean, fucking hell, Kovalev Yarde. If that happens, when Yarde wakes up, Donald Trump won't even be president, and he could win another term. So that fight's not going to happen. Yarde's talking out of his fucking ass. He'll end up fighting someone garbage. I mean, I'm trying to think of I mean, maybe they'll bring Sakio Bika out of retirement and they'll fight him or something, but even he's a bit too experienced for Yarde. I mean, who does he fight? If Callum Johnson's too much of a threat, then, you know, where do we go? I mean, Boatsi, I wouldn't put him in with Boatsi. I think Boatsi would go through him, but that's definitely a fight I'd love to see. But Frank Warren is never going to miss Yarde with Boatsi. But that's my 2 cents on that topic, sort of thing. You know, my thoughts. Not going to happen. Other news, I think it's Canelo Jacobs. I want to get into that next. I mean, fucking fight's close. Looking forward to it. I think Canelo wins. It's going to be a very hard fight for Canelo, though. He's not going to have it all his own way because Jacobs is a tricky customer. Boxing skills. Very intelligent boxer as well. Good boxing IQ, Jacobs. He's going to find a way to survive. I'm sure of that. But it's not going to be enough to win. You know, you've got to knock Canelo Alvarez out, and good luck doing that. I mean, it's like a fucking pit bull. And the thing what impresses me about Canelo, he gives you a false sense of security that you're in the fight. You know, you could be sitting there like Khan, basically. You know, Khan's sitting there flipping out the jab on the back foot, thinking he's fucking Sugar Ray, isn't he? And he was getting confident. And he still talks about it to this day. Oh, I was winning the first 3 or 4 rounds. But that's what Canelo does. Gives you that feeling that you're in the fight, and then all of a sudden you're David Price on the canvas sleeping, and your fucking spirit is rising through the stadium roof into the heavens, because that's what happened to Khan. I mean, obviously the Almighty said it wasn't his time because he sent him back down again. Obviously, loves having a good laugh on Khan's behalf. Get back down there, Khan. You got a few more knockouts in you yet. But all jokes aside, Canelo is just getting better and better. I see him picking his. I see him stopping Jacobs. I think Jacobs is going to get like Khan did. He's going to get too gun happy, shall we say, or gun ho, whatever you want to call it, and he's going to get caught. And then when Canelo starts picking up the pace, he goes up the gears slowly. He gives away the first 2 or 3, doesn't he? Mostly of the time, has a look. But then once he starts opening the gears, I don't know if Jacobs is going to be able to handle that accurate punches and the body punches. See, with Golovkin's just constant. I mean, Jacobs had to be 190 pounds to keep him off that night, but Golovkin, I don't think his punches are as accurate and as snappy as Canelo. So they're a bit easier to get out of the way of. They hurt more, don't get me wrong. When they do land, they hurt more. But I think Canelo's just a bit quicker with his shot, a bit snappier. And I think it's going to be a very hard night for Danny Jacobs. But Danny Jacobs, he's got the skills to make this where he's in the fight, but he's not winning most of the rounds. That's the way I see it. I think he'll win a couple here and there, but he's going to be in the fight. I don't think he's going to get steamrolled at all, but I just don't think he's going to be doing enough to win. And then to beat Canelo on the cards, you have to have 3 judges in the pocket. I don't even think Eddie Hearn is big enough to put Canelo off his pedestal when it comes to fucking judges. So I'm going to go Canelo stoppage on that one. Next topic, Crawford Khan. This is a fight that I'm really looking forward to be honest with you. I think it's a lot better fight than what a lot of people are giving it credit for. I think Amir Khan has a much better chance than a lot of people are giving him. You know, Khan has a style. What's my dog? What are you doing? Sorry about that, that's my dog. Khan has a style that Crawford's never seen before. That's for sure. Crawford, for once, is not going to be the quickest in there. Crawford, for once, is not going to be the bigger guy in there. You know, and Khan with his hand speed and Crawford with the openings that he leaves, it could suit Khan, you know, because Khan is going to land on. If Benavidez is tagging you up all night, Khan is going to land. The thing with Khan, he throws in 4s and 5s, so it doesn't matter how slick defensively you are, you cannot avoid 4 or 5 shots. You know, I mean, even fucking the guy from The Matrix can't do that. So he's going to land. And it's what happens when he does land. Like I said, we've always said about Crawford where his shots are very wide sometimes. So he leaves openings. You know, his chin is exposed quite a bit. He hangs around far too long. He's in throwing 4. When he gets in, gets in range, he throws 4 or 5s when he should be doing 2s and 3s. Because he's got the footwork to do the 2s and 3s and get out there. But he hangs around. He's looking slick, not slick, that's not the word I'm looking for. He's looking flashy doing it, he's looking impressive doing it, but he's hanging around too long and he gives you opportunities for counters. Because he plants his feet and there's a lot of technique in his shots, he's hanging around far too long. See, when Khan, I know Khan gets caught now, but when Khan's throwing 4 or 5 shots, because there aren't punches, he's out there a lot quicker. So he'll throw 4 or 5. He's not causing nowhere near the damage that Crawford's doing, sort of thing, because Crawford's planting his feet and throwing them properly. Khan's just throwing arm punches, but Khan's getting out there quicker. So when Khan's, I just think that's Crawford's chance. That's Khan's chance when Crawford's letting go his hands and just hangs around a bit too long, leaves his chin wide open, and then Khan's got to exploit that. But you know, you look at the Benavidez fight, the things that Crawford was getting caught with. Khan's a lot faster than Benavidez, hits a lot. I think he's a harder hitter, but the problem is Benavidez is a tough Mexican and Amir Khan's not a tough Mexican, so it goes both ways, if you get what I'm saying. So it's a very, I think Crawford's going to have his moments where he's under pressure, where he has to dig deep. I don't think it's going to be a stylish display for the fans where he's in 3rd gear sort of thing. I think he's going to have to really dig deep, and I think he could get hurt in this fight. I think he could be where he's wobbling a little bit like Gamboa. But I think Crawford, with his know-how and his, I just think when he's throwing his punches, like I said, I know he gives opportunities, but he's very nice to watch and he's very accurate himself. And I just think Khan's not great defensively. I think he's just going to, when you look at the people that have caught up to Khan and landed and hurt him, I mean, Crawford he's twice the fighter of them guys. So you just have to. It's not even breaking down the fight. It's quite easy really when you. Sometimes boxing's easy to predict when you look at how certain guys fight. I think Khan is going to be a style that he's never seen before, because it's probably one of his hardest fights. But I just think Khan's kryptonite is what Crawford has, if you get what I'm saying. Everything Khan hates, Crawford has that in his arsenal. So that's my pick on that one. I'm sure we're going to do a show closer to the fight on that one, and I'll give you a bit more. But that's where I am with that at the moment. But don't write Amir Khan off. If Amir Khan pulls this off, it ain't going to be a major shock to me, because this is the first major welterweight, proper welterweight that Crawford's been in with. So we'll see. Skills and bills and all that lot, it sometimes don't matter. Do you know what I mean? These fucking clowns. The skills, the bills, the thrills. It don't really matter.